Hi everyone, Mia here at Vintage Hulagal. We have some new vintage bracelets that come in. They're 14K, and so we're gonna test them with some of the items, testing tools and method that you can do at home. And then for us, uh, for our shop specifically, we evaluate the pieces and then we also evaluate where we get the item from. Like the vintage jade that been kept in the client house and where they purchase it, and then for how long. So we get to the bottom of those information to kind of help us determine the source of the jade and of course evaluate the style, the metal quality, the metal content. Is it gold? Is it real gold? Is it plated? Kind of thing. So kind of help us determine is it the right help us determine the right source for the jade, as you can see over here, and then also the content of the gold, such as this one is the 14K gold. Yeah. Here we have jade bangle. We know that it's real jade. It's grade A jade. And for this one like this, we gonna test. But for something like this, the cost of getting it certified is not worth the investment, because the cost of certifying it probably be higher than the cost of the item itself. So usually if the customer want to certify and would like to pay for it, yes, we will do that, but it's generally not cost effective to do so. I apologize, we have some issue with the microphone with the sound, so we're gonna try our best. And this one is marked as 14K gold. You can see the marking 14K here if you look closely. So we know at least the metal, and then you can test. There's a variety of method to test for the gold. Is it gold plate or solid gold? Another one you can use is a strong light to look at the texture. You're trying to see if you can see the crystal structure inside the jade. So I'm going to try to shine it behind the jade, so you can see here. You can see some stone line here. I know a little bit hard, but I'm gonna try again. Yeah, kind of hard with the video, the camera and all. But if you have one at home, even with your phone flashlight, you can do that as well. And this light is also has UV light, so we can test for the I forgot,
If
that's
it's
one more trick, that you can use different material, and then you try to test the coldness, because jade is a stone, so it's cold, so at least you can somewhat distinguish between maybe a little bit between glass, and if it's glass or if it's stone, right? So this is a plastic you put on. Usually I use my cheek because for me it's more sensitive, so I can feel the cold better. This is not very cold at all. It's kind of a little bit cool, but not cold. And then this one is very cold. It's like almost like I'm putting a little piece of ice on my face. Yeah, so this one is very cold too. You can feel it. So it kind of tell you a little bit. So that's a little bit tricks to feel the coldness of the stone, to see if it's stone or something else. So let's go back and try to use the UV light. So we had the bracelets in question, and we have some authentic item. This real jade, and I'm also gonna put a piece of mink, brush the fish, the parade of the fish, the coin here to compare. So you shine on it, you could see that the pearl are kind of illuminating a little bit, but even the real pearls are illuminating. So we're not gonna be worried about that. So it's good to have authentic item, so you can compare when you look at them side by side. And then you shine them on the jade. The authentic jade doesn't show anything. That's one way to test it. And then the bracelet here, it doesn't illuminating at all. So you can see the pearls are, but not the jade. So here I have a piece of white cloth I put next to this, so we can see that it's illuminating, fluorescent, compared to the jade. So the next test we're gonna do is the sound test. I know this is a grade A bangle, so I'm gonna try to use. You can hear the sound difference. So this is also a grade A. So if you have them kind of dangle and then hit each other, so you can hear the sound. The sound is pretty high pitch, and over here, we had glasses. It's the makeup more like plastic, tied up glass, so you can hear the sounds is quite different compared to. So this I have a glass door here. You can hear. So it's higher pitch than when the jade hit the plastic, but it's not as high pitch as the real jade piece that I hitting earlier with the other bracelet. So let's hear the pitch again with the real jade. So just dangle it. So you can hear the pitch is way higher pitch, yeah? And then now I'm gonna test with this one. You can hear that it's very high pitch too. Kind of same with the other one, yeah? So today we went through the observation, the evaluation of the history of the piece, and then we went through the where you can examine the crystal structure with a bright light. You can also use the cell phone or the flashlight on your cell phone, and then shine it behind the jade to evaluate the texture, to see if you can see the crystal structure. And then you can also use a UV light to see if it's glow. And then you can also do the sound test. And there are some other tests that people do to look at the I think the density, but it's more complicated. So if it's that complicated, and I'm really concerned about it, I would just send it to a lab. So the labs that are reputable here in the US, the number one is GIA. And then also there's Mason K. I think their headquarters is in Denver. But there's maybe other labs that is not well known, so we haven't delved into that yet. But if you go with those two labs, it definitely would be reassuring, especially if you want to keep a certificate for resale value. I would definitely go with GIA. I haven't compared the cost of those two lately, but GIA is more well known and more recognized. So the purpose of the certificate is not just evaluate the piece, is it real jade or is it fake jade, but also the brand name, that instant recognition is going to add value to your certification, right? So hopefully you enjoy this video. You want to hear more other topic, put in the comments for me, and put a thumbs up or thumbs down, and subscribe. Let me know what you think, what you might want to add to this video. I would welcome it. A lot of the stuff that we do here coming from our own research our passion in the industry, our passion with jade, vintage jade jewelry specifically. So by all means, I'm never saying anything that we say is always perfect. So we welcome your comment, suggestion, and your love. Thank you. Mahalo.